I want to first thank the Thai people for their wonderful cooperation. It is really most satisfactory to notice the way the people of Thailand have cooperated as soon as they understood that blind people could be educated. At first, they didn't understand that. They thought that if you were blind, you were just helpless, naturally. But as soon as they found out that blind people could be educated, they have in every way contributed toward the welfare of our schools and the system of education which we are trying to introduce here. And I want to thank the Thai people from the bottom of my heart for what they have done and ask them to keep on doing it, because without your help, your financial help, we can't do anything. We know that. And I want to leave this word with you and put it into your hearts that as long as you are helping these blind people, you are adding to your merit 1,000 times, I'm sure.
I thank the Bangkok Association for the Blind, not only for this gift, but for being here and for showing the people of Thailand what you can do. I don't need to help you to do things. When I meet you all, it is one of the happiest things that can possibly happen to me to find you all here, and every single one of you is doing something useful and something productive. The best news I heard when I got here was of course, it was very good news to hear that you were going to have a tea party for me. That was good news. But even better news than that was that this tea party is going to be postponed. It can't be held on your birthday in the afternoons because several people have to work. Oh, that's just wonderful news. Because here's that you had to work and that you couldn't possibly come away from what you were doing for any reason whatever, and that this party had to be postponed. This is really wonderful. As Hechat told you, I got back from Vietnam on the 30th of April. I went there to see what we could do about getting a new building for a girls' school. As you know, we have a girls' school there, which is for the blind, which is a government school, but it is very small. It was only 15 girls because the original building was a house, not a school building. So as soon as we got our 15 girls and began to work and show what they could do, it was evident that we needed a larger building. Now we want a building that will accommodate about 30. And we hope that we got some land, and we hope that we can get a building for that. In spite of the war, in spite of everything, the Vietnamese people who are working for the blind are working most beautifully, and they are giving every possible attention to the people whom they are working with. There is this school, perhaps some of you remember Maria Therese, who came to spend a week with us here in Bangkok before she went back to Vietnam. And she is as the head of the girls' school. Then that's the government school. Then we have another school, a boys' school, which was established by one of the brothers, the Catholic brothers, in connection with a big high school, which might correspond to St. Gabriel's or to Assumption here. And then we have, beside that, a very interesting undertaking. There are so many people who have been injured during the war, you see. They've lost their hands or their feet or become crippled and all sorts of things. And there are 800 of them who have become blind. 800. Yet, I was amazed. But we can't, of course, do anything for the whole 800. We have only a small building, but there we try to rehabilitate and train blinded soldiers. And as soon as they are trained for various kinds of work, they get work. Every one of them who wants work has it. This is wonderful. Their they're doing a very interesting piece of work, which I hope we can do here. That is, they develop films, X-ray films, in the dark room. And, of course, dark room work is just beautiful for the blind. And they're doing this beautifully. And as soon as they are prepared, they go into a hospital and work in the hospitals to develop these X-ray film. And they're doing it so well. There are many doctors in Vietnam during the wars. And these doctors come from various countries. They're teams of doctors from Korea and from Spain and from Great Britain, all kinds of places. And we were giving farewell dinner the other night to the British team. They was going to change. The old team was going back, and the new team was coming. So at dinner, I sat next to the head of this British team, and I was telling him about the work for the blind. Oh, yes, he said. We has in our a hospital, the children's hospital, a blind dark room operator. He develops a film, and all the doctors fight to get him to do their work. He does it so well. Oh, I was so pleased to hear that, because he had no reason to tell me that except to state they really do it well. He said it's really wonderful the way they dedicate themselves to the work that they're doing. But I know very well that you don't see each other very often, and you all want to talk together as much as you can rather than hearing me talk. So I'll just leave you with it, and if there are any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. But otherwise, please have a good time talking together, and remember how much I thank you and appreciate this wonderful thing that you're doing for me today. Vâng, teacher. Indeed, I am happy to be back again in the quiet of Bangkok. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for this gift and for your presence here this afternoon. I know that most of you, in accordance with our desire, are working. This is the thing that makes me most happy, to think that 30 years ago, it was never dreamed possible that blind people could do any kind of work. And now look at you, doing all sorts of things. Typing, teaching, telephone switchboard operating, massage, every kind of thing. And you're doing it so well. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you have a good time. And I'm not going to take too much of your time making you listen to my conversation. So I want you to enjoy yourselves, talk Thai, talk English, talk anything you like. And make me happy. Whatever you do, it makes me very, very happy. And to see you all here, after I remember when I first came, I made a speech over the radio that we had come, Haruko and I, had come to work for the blind, to prepare the blind to work. I'm sure most people in Thailand thought we were crazy, but we weren't. And you here, this group today proves that we were not crazy. We were right. And we're going on and on and on. And we're going to show the people of Thailand what blind people can do, what they're able to do. And I hope we'll have many small schools all over the provinces as time goes on. Because you don't want to make great big schools. That takes the beauty and the family life out of our work. So I hope we'll have many small ones, and that as you grow up, as the other pupils grow up, they will go into high schools just as you did, and will prepare to do work. That's my one object, to make blind people like other people, ready to work, ready to give, become taxpayers, not tax collectors. And that's what you're doing now. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. I told you I wasn't going to talk too long. Here I go on and on and on. Thank you very much.